What's going on, guys? Twin coming at you with another MLB The Show 19 video. Today I have a little bit something different. I don't think I've ever really done something like this, so leave a like if you guys enjoy this type of video. Maybe want to see more. Subscribe if you guys are new on the road to 25,000 subscribers. In the comment section below, feel free to let me know what other videos like this you would want to see. One that I have in mind is a hitting tips video. I feel like that's kind of the best thing that I could do. I don't think I could really give a pitching tips video. If you guys watch the videos, you know why. And this video, I'm going to be going over my settings in MLB The Show 19. At first, I'm just going to go through each one real quick. Maybe turn the cam off if it's covering anything, just so you guys can pause and see exactly what I use. And then once I do that, I'm going to be going, for those of you guys that want to stick around and see it, hear my reasonings why behind some stuff. I'm going to go in depth between why I'm using some of the settings that I am, especially for hitting, some for pitching, and then also for fielding. So we're just going to go ahead, hop right into it. Let's see where it starts it off. So gameplay options, that's what we're talking about today. The first one is batting and base running. I guess I can leave the cam on, and I'm just going to go down and scroll down just so you guys can see exactly what I'm using, and then pause it if you want to. And okay, I didn't even realize. So it's literally this, and then at the bottom, base running decisions, I'm on assist. I don't think that matters on line, but I could be wrong. So this is my batting and base running options. Feel free to pause it on here. These are the advanced ones. I'm going to be going through everything row by row once we finish showing you guys just all my basic settings. And then here's my pitching set on this screen. There's nothing else. You can't go up, you can't go down, you can't press R1, L2, anything like that. So this is my pitching settings right here. Here's my fielding. We can go down here. Actually, no, we can't. Never mind. I stand corrected or I sit corrected. I don't know. But here's my fielding settings. Feel free to pause it on this. And then general, I don't think these really matter either, but here's my general settings. Feel free to pause here. And then the advanced ones here as well. Feel free to pause on any of those. So now I'm going to go a little bit more in depth. I'm going to go literally just for everything line by line. Some of them it's going to be, this doesn't matter, use whatever you want, and then others I'm going to give my decision. So first, hitting difficulty, this doesn't matter. This doesn't affect online gameplay at all. Just ignore this. This is mainly, like I'm showing you guys my settings for online gameplay, Diamond Dynasty gameplay. That's kind of the main reason I'm doing this. So hitting difficulty doesn't really matter. Hitting interface, this matters. Zone is what I would recommend. So the options are directional, pure analog, and zone. I would highly, if you guys are trying to get better at the game, play to the best of your ability, I would recommend zone hitting, definitely. So input buttons, I've tried analog, I just prefer buttons. It's what I've literally always used, and it's what I would prefer. I would say I would recommend it. Analog type, it doesn't really matter because you're not using analog hitting, so that one can be ignored. Plate coverage indicator, this is a toss-up. So some people have it on, some people have it off. I did one video where I had it off, and it really worked well for me. So I want to try it more using it off, but I use it on, and I go along with the PCI appearance where I use wedge. And if you guys see the videos, you know wedge is the one with the little dot in the middle, and then kind of, it looks like a barrel of a bat almost, the outlines. And I use this because I've tried a lot of the other ones. The two I would recommend are wedge and I believe reticle. Reticle, I think, is just two kind of parenthesis shapes, the same size. It doesn't matter the handedness of the pitcher, how it looks. It's going to be the same, just the size depends on the vision, contact, whatever, H9 of the pitcher, stuff like that. But I would recommend personally either reticle or wedge. I know a lot of people like just different ones. There's a lot of options to pick and choose from to test out and see which ones you guys like. I personally use wedge because it has that dot in the middle, and this is why I'm not sure if I like the plate coverage indicator, the PCI, off. So I use that dot in the middle. I try to bring that to the ball. That's how I hit. I always have my PCI somewhere, and then I try with my eyes and hand-eye coordination and everything to match the dot in the middle up with wherever the ball looks like it's gonna be. That's what I do. That's why I use wedge. Hitting view, I use strike zone. It's zoomed in. I think it's the easiest to react to pitches. If you're using a more zoomed out one, I think it's harder to react with good timing to off speed, fastball, stuff like that. So I would definitely recommend strike zone. I know a lot of people like strike zone 2 and 3. I've always used strike zone since MLB 15. I've used the whatever it was called. I think it was called, what was it called? It was called something else in 15. It wasn't called strike zone. And then in 16, I believe they changed it to strike zone, but it was the same thing. And that's just always what I've used, so I've stuck with it, and I'm used to it. I don't want to change now because I feel like it would throw my game off. I'm used to seeing pitches coming in with this camera angle. This is something I've gotten hundreds, honestly, I'm pretty sure hundreds of comments about. What view do I use for my offense? And it's the same with defense. You guys will see I use medium for my in-play offense view. A lot of people, I think it's defaulted to dynamic, I want to say, but I've just always used medium, and for me that looks the best. I feel like I can judge if it's going to be a home run, if it's going to be getting down for a base hit. I feel like this one just allows me to judge the best on where the ball is going, if it's going to drop, stuff like that. So I use it for both my hitting in play view and then my defense in play view as well, and I really like it. I would recommend trying this out for your in play offense and defense and just seeing how you guys like it. Guess pitch, I don't use guess pitch. Base running decisions on assist, I really, again, I don't think that oh wait, no, in online play the game will automatically be set to assist. Okay, so I think even if you have, oh wait, no, okay, yeah, I'm stupid. I'm sorry. Literally, the only two options are assist and auto. I thought maybe it was off, but yeah, okay, that makes sense. So I just have mine set to assist. That's what it's defaulted at. Advanced base running interface. I really don't know if wait. So choose between the classic base running controls or the standard base running controls in all modes except Road to the Show. I don't know what this changes. If you guys know what this changes, I actually don't know. I've always used default. And so I base run using either L1 and R1, or I move the analog stick to point to the runner and then tap the base that I want them to go to. And I don't know what classic is. I actually don't know what that changes. So if you guys know, let me know, because I really don't know. Sliding decisions, I have assist. You can do assist or on. I'm pretty sure it's no matter what going to be assist online again for that one. Running windows or runner windows, turn the base running windows display on or off. I don't know what this is either. I'm assuming this is where it shows the base runner. So like if you're hitting, what? Yeah. So if you're hitting, I'm assuming this is what shows, and it has their speed and it shows their lead off, but I really don't know. Man, I got to figure out what some of these are. If you guys know, let me know. But like these things, I don't think they matter that much. I'm sorry. I feel like I spent a little bit too long on that, so I'm sorry about that. We're on to pitching now. So pitching, difficulty, doesn't matter. In my opinion, I know a lot of you guys have different opinions on this. In my opinion, though, pure analog has the highest skill ceiling. And if you want to be the best at this game that you can be, it's a good idea to use pure analog pitching. You can be the most accurate. You have the most control. The issue is, if you miss, it can come back to bite you. The thing is, though, with meter, with classic, with pulse, if you miss, it comes back to bite you. So I prefer pure analog. It's what I use. I know a lot of the top players, most of the top players, if not all of the top players, pretty much use pure analog, and they would recommend it if you're trying to be the best player that you can be. Pitch feedback, I have that set to on. I actually like this because I think it shows... I'm trying to think. I wonder if this is when it says good, or if this is kind of in the bottom right. I'm pretty sure this is like when it says good, early, stuff like that. And I like this because I know what I'm doing. Pitching view, I have no idea. Use whatever you want. I like pitcher offset. I feel like it looks good for the videos, and I seem to have the most consistency with it. That's probably because I've been using it the most. I'm thinking, and I've had a lot of people telling me I should do this. Oops. Oh, Lord. What was that set to? I'm thinking I'm going to change this to strike zone 3 and try it out. I've gotten some recommendations for that, so I think I want to do it. I'm going to discard my changes because I changed that and I don't remember exactly what it's set to. So we're going to go back to pitching and pitching view. Use whatever you want. I'm going to probably try out strike zone 3 in the future and see what I like, but for now I'm using pitcher offset personally. Pitching ball marker, I prefer pitch trail on. So there's classic, and I tried classic. I didn't like it as much. I prefer pitch trail. If you're going to be using either one of these, which I recommend you should, and I would recommend trail rather than classic, set it to on. So a lot of people have it set to fade, and that means it's going to disappear, and then you can't see the pitch trail. You can't see the ball after a while. So I would definitely recommend it to on, because that way it's always there. There's no downside to not having it set to on. I would recommend that. Pitch confidence, I like seeing this. I don't use it as often as I probably should. Pitch delay, someone told me to set this to faster while grinding because it makes the grinding go faster. So that's why I have it set to faster. And then API, I like this. I actually really like this. This is where the catcher shows you what pitch to throw. It only happens versus the CPU, and I prefer this. Or I do prefer, but I really like it. It's really nice for grinding versus CPU. I feel like in those moments where you have to play 9-inning games against good teams and everything, I feel like this helps when the catcher is calling your pitch. I feel like it really helps, so I have it set to on. Fielding, this is a must-use in my opinion. Throwing interface, button accuracy. In my opinion, this is a must-use. It's the little meter in the field, and if you get it into the green, it's not going to be an error. There will not be an error on the throw if you get it into the green. Sometimes it's kind of hard to get it into the green, especially if the fielding rating is kind of low, but it guarantees that you will not have a throwing error if you get it in that green of the meter. So I definitely recommend that. And then I'm pretty sure if you have button accuracy on, you need throwing meter on. I'm also thinking that this is when your catcher, the throw meter pops up. I'm pretty sure you need throwing meter on as well. I would recommend, again, button accuracy, and if you want that throwing meter to pop up with the catcher, you might need it set to here. But also, if you're choosing button accuracy, make sure you have the throwing meter on. Fielding decision, I have it set to assist. Throwing decision, I have it set to off. In play defense, I love medium. Like, it's the same thing for offense. I just love medium as this view. I really, really do like it, and I would recommend medium as well. Throw canceling. A lot of you guys wonder, how do you cancel throws? How are you able to make your guy stop throwing after you already did it? And I have throw canceling on. What you got to do is select a throw to a different location or double tap the initial base icon and it cancels the throw. I always just hit the same button or whatever, and I guess maybe I double tap it, but that's what I do, and it's kind of muscle memory for me. I don't think about what I'm doing when I cancel a throw, but I have throw canceling on. One button diving and jumping I have off, but I'm pretty sure R2 just works as a one button dive and jump, so I don't really know what the difference would be for this. Catch position indicator on. Definitely recommend this. Defensive shift, I have it set to auto. Some people like to do manual. I'm too lazy for that, so I have it on auto. Off the wall ribbon, this is defaulted on. I feel like all you guys are going to have it on. I would recommend keeping it on. And then for general, I have strike zones and hot zones on. I know some people don't like having hot zones on, but I prefer it. It's nice for me. I don't really pay attention to it, but it's just kind of how I've always played the game ever since like MVP baseball 2001, I think was my first MVP baseball. They had hot zones. I loved using them. Warm-up relievers, I have that on. I don't think these really matter. I have tutorial tips off. And then post-game autosave, I have that on. In advance, let's see if any of these matter. I'm going to kind of probably try to go quickly through these. So, scorebar display on, pitch select display on, box off, swing pitch info on, umpire accuracy. I have it set to personalized, just because this affects the road to the show and franchise, and I like the umpire having their personality. I think that's kind of cool. Close plays on, again, realism. Check swing appeals, realism, injuries, ejections, all that realism. A lot of people don't like vibration, especially in those nervous situations. Your controller vibrates. I like controller vibration. I've always played with it, so I have it on. And then game log order, I have it just set to default. And those are my settings here on MLB The Show 19. I'm hoping this wasn't way too long of a video. You guys know I love to talk, and I really wanted to try to explain my reasoning behind every single setting that I felt like needed explaining. And then I really wanted to point out medium is what I use for my in-play view, because a lot of people, I just read like 1,500 comments today, and a lot of people were asking about this, so this is what I use. And I figure when people ask about my settings, if it's more of a general question, I can now send them to this video. And I think if they ask, like, what's your in-play view, I can still say medium, or I could just link them to this video. But I feel like that would also be kind of mean, rather than just, instead of linking the video, just typing medium, you know. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know not everyone wanted to see this. I'm assuming the people that did want to see this probably clicked on it, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment anything down below, follow on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and the second channel. All that is down in the description. Thank you guys as always for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace out.